Hey first grade, it's Mrs. Fondra here today. We are going to be talking about how lines can make something look more three-dimensional. Because I know at the beginning of the year we talked about how there are vertical lines that go up and down, horizontal lines that go nice and long, diagonal, wavy, zigzag. There's lots of different lines. And if you can use some of these lines together, it makes things look almost three-dimensional. So we're actually going to make drawings of our hands look like they're popping off the paper, okay? So what you're going to need for this project is a piece of paper, preferably lighter so you can color in stripes later because we're going to need to do some coloring here. And you're also going to want a pencil, and using a ruler today is going to be super helpful. If you don't have a ruler, any sort of straight edge would work. So if you have a book, or if you have a notebook, or maybe you have a little zip, like a Tupperware container, something that has a flat edge, will help you draw these lines, okay? So let me switch my camera so we can all see what I'm doing here, all right? So on your nice tall piece of paper right here, you want to have your paper the tall way because we're going to be tracing your whole hand today, all right? So with your pencil, I'm going to use a pen so you can hopefully see it a little bit better. You're going to put your hand on your paper, and you want to leave some room at the top and keep your hand kind of in the middle. Even closer to the bottom is probably better. And with your pencil, you're going to try to very carefully trace your hands, all right? It's nice to do this with pencil because you won't get pencil or pen or marker or anything else on your fingers. But when you go around, really press that pencil against your finger when you go. Because otherwise you're going to have really big balloon fingers, and we want to try to keep it as close to your actual fingers as you can. Okay? Really take your time on this. We don't want to race. It's not like a big rush. All right. Ta-da! You can see all my knuckles and all that fun stuff. All right. So you got your hand. Perfect. From here, you're going to need your ruler or your straight edge. All right. And all we're going to be doing is using it to draw horizontal lines. However, once our ruler starts reaching our fingers, we're going to change how we do this, all right? We're going to play the line game is what I like to call it, where we kind of stop what we're doing, pick up on the other side where that object isn't in the way, all right? So if I start from the top, we can make pretty big, about inch thick lines. So I'm going to use all of my fingers to hold on the ruler nice and tight and draw. If parents or guardians are at home watching this, let your student practice using a ruler because it's a good skill to learn and use at home and when you're back at school, all right? I'm going to keep sliding my ruler down. You don't have to perfectly measure these, okay? There's no fingers in the way, so I can keep drawing, all right? And, oh, I'm getting closer to my hand, but I think I can just manage to skip that one finger right now. So we still got some stripes, but now you can see I've gotten into my finger area. So here's where we're going to play the line game. Ready? Starting on the edge of your paper, and as soon as you're about to hit a finger, you stop. And then when your finger's over, you keep drawing, all right? I'm going to have a few stops on this track, all right? So go line, 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 whoop. Got to stop, got a finger in the way. And now there's a space in between the fingers I have to draw. And I got a space in between these fingers I have to draw. And now from this finger, I can keep going. All right, so you can see I skipped those fingers, right? So I'm going to keep going. I'm going to do a couple more just to give you an idea of how this is going to work for getting around those fingers. Oh, I see the very tippy top of my finger here, so I can't go through it. And I gotta stop. And I gotta stop. And I gotta stop. Yeah, I got all these little spaces in your hands when you have it all open. And do one more just so you can all kind of see a couple. Right here. Stop. 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 All right. So you're gonna go all the way to the bottom, but I'm gonna stop here so I can keep talking about what's next, all right? Now, you see where this line and this line should connect where the finger is? Instead of going straight across like we would with the ruler, we're actually going to have a line that gently curves up and then down. Not a super high one, not a super low one. We're going to do a little up and down, okay? Something like that. It looks like then the line actually jumped over your finger, right? This idea of having lines curve around objects to make it look three-dimensional is called a contour line. Can you say contour? Contour, right? So it makes it look like it's actually sticking off the paper. And every time you get to a new line, you're going to want to see where can you draw that contour curve line? All right, I'm just doing a little hill. I'm not going really up high, just a little curve to kind of show that there's a curvy finger there. All right, wow, how cool is that? Looks like it's sticking off the paper. And if you get to a very close fingertip, kind of like that, I like to do maybe a little one, but you might not see it as well. That's okay. I'm gonna do one more row here, just so you can kind of see. Wow, look at that. Eventually, I suppose I should draw one more to give you an idea for the middle here. I am getting to the point where I have a line and it hits the palm of your hand and goes over. You are going to do the same thing, but it's going to be a really big, long stretched out line. It's not going to go super high. Like I said, we're just going to go up and down. All right. So it helps make the hand look like it's popping off of the paper. From here, once you have all of your lines drawn, so you'll have like line, and you'll have those curving contour lines. From there, you are welcome to use a marker or a Sharpie to go over those lines so they pop a little bit more. So like right now, the hand really pops for me because I was using a pen, but the pencil may not look as like sharp. So if you want to outline and go over your lines with a Sharpie so you see them, or a marker, like I said, that would be great. And then each of those lines, you can color in a different color. For that kind of coloring, because we already are using marker or Sharpie for the outline, I would say to use a crayon or a colored pencil, all right? So that entire stripe, including the finger, would be that color, all right? You could do a pattern here if you want to pick 2 or 3 favorite colors. You could go green, blue, green, blue. You could do pink, purple, black, pink, purple, black, all right? Pick a few colors, or you could just do a rainbow that repeats all over the place, all right? So I'm looking forward to seeing these really pop-in contour hand drawings that you come up with, all right? Please put these on the Google Classroom when you're all finished. I can't wait to see what they look like. Happy creating!